artists. We're here this week in art class making our pumpkins at night. Ooh, Halloween's coming up and I thought you guys would like to do some decorating. And the homemade decorations are always the best. So follow along and we will make our pumpkins at night. The last step you guys will do with me in class, so don't forget your pumpkin so we can do the last part. Let's go over our materials. Okay, here we are, and this is all we need. I have a white piece of paper and some broken crowns. Broken crowns? Why would we use broken crowns? Well, because they still work, and it's a good way to use them regardless. My trusty pencil, and here are two examples that I already started. Now, this is very much what we're going for, blending our colors. We just learned about the color wheel. So we're blending our colors. We're creating a shadow at the base. Don't forget your stem at the top. This stem looks a little different because you can see the cut part at the top and see some of the shadow where it attaches to the pumpkin. So you guys can be creative. My biggest hint to you is to fill your space. Fill it all up. Don't make an itty bitty little pumpkin. Use your paper. Okay, let's go over to our time lapse and you can see our pumpkin being created. Okay, here we are with our pumpkin at night. There's one more step we need to do, but before we do it, I wanted to point a few things out. Number one, you saw how much I layered my colors. So even though my crown pile is small over there, you could see how my colors go from light to dark and how I layered them. You could see how on the outside I made it a little bit darker, and at the bottom I made it a little bit darker. Towards the stem I made it a little bit darker through there. That way it gives that three-dimensionality to your drawing. You guys can see that I did the same thing from the stem. That towards where it hits the pumpkin's darker, and the underneath of the stem is a little bit darker because the light would be coming from up top. Okay, you saw that I even blended my shadow and that my shadow wasn't just one color. You also then saw that I filled the whole background in with our violet. Don't leave any white spaces. Try to get as much on there. And then the last thing you guys get to do is fun. You get to crumple your pumpkin. So crumple it up, squish it up, and then open it back up. Your crowns are made of wax, and wax and paint, water paint, don't like each other. So we are going to put a layer of black paint over your pumpkin when you come to class with me. So do not forget to bring your pumpkin. The crumples and the crinkles and the cracks that you put in it from squishing up your picture will help the paint get into the surface of the waxy crowns and give it an old-fashioned spooky kind of a look. So I'm very excited to see your pumpkins and to see what you create, and we will finish the last step together in class. Happy creating, artists!